Hey, small groups, welcome back to another Culture Moment video. My name is Mike.
And my name is Callie. We are so excited to be with you right now. We have something really exciting coming up. You hear us talk about it all the time, but because we love it so much, and it is the Connect Dinner. It is coming up October 7th. October 7th, right?
Yes, that's
this
Monday.
Coming Monday. It's going to be awesome. We always see people come in not knowing anybody, feeling like a little nervous to get connected. And then what is so cool is like we can't get people out of the building because they are so like in conversation with others, connecting with leaders and Connect coaches. And it is just like the coolest thing to see people move from not having community to having somebody who knows them in one night. It is the coolest thing.
It's such a tension for us as staff though, because we're like, yes, keep connecting, but also get out of here so we can go home.
Yes, I know. We just start pulling up the tablecloths. But make sure you come. If you are a small group leader and you can come, we would love to have you. It helps us a lot when you come because we know that there's a leader sitting at a table or in the room who is able to connect with every single person that walks through the door. So if you can come. If you know somebody who's new to Stonecreek, invite them. Make sure that they know about it, or somebody who's just not connected. We all have friends who, come and sit and then leave. So if they're not connected to Stonecreek in a meaningful way, have them come too. It's a lot of fun.
Even if, and I think we've kind of gotten this stigma of you only need to come or only can come if you have space in your group to invite people in. But even if you don't, you are still a person here at Stonecreek that we would love for new people to connect with.
Yeah.
As small group leaders, you are some of our key disciple makers, key leaders in this church. And so we want to encourage all new people to get connected, whether they're going to join your group or not.
Yeah.
You're still a great connection point for them. And so if you just love connecting with new people and want to be a part of this, we'd love to have you there.
Yeah. And you can probably answer most of the questions new people have too, just about church in general.
That's very important. Well, hey, we have two segments that we're going to kind of combine for this one because they happen to line up very well. But our culture statement, as we are going through our X Multiply initiatives, the culture statement this week is that we want to serve the least of these. We are committing to give over the next 10 years $1 million to the poor, the prisoner, the orphan, and the widow. And this is, I know, thank you. I almost forgot those. But this is such an important goal of ours. It's something that Jesus directly calls out in a passage in scripture. He talks about how when we serve the least of these, we are actually serving him. And so our heart is to do that, to serve Jesus by serving the least of these. This is done through things like Kairos. Thank you all for filling out your prayer sheets that is coming up this weekend. So make sure to be praying for, I believe it's the men's retreat is the first one. And so make sure to be praying for that if you signed up for a time. But this Sunday, we're continuing in our Sermon on the Mount series, and Jesus is talking about this. He's talking about how we are called to give to the needy, because there are so many treasures that we can try and store up on this earth, but in reality, none of them are going to go with us to heaven. And so why not impact the lives of the people around us right here while we can? Jesus even takes it a step further, as he often did in his messages, and he talks about how we can't serve two masters at the same time. If we are trying to love Jesus, we cannot also love our money and our other resources, because it's always going to be competing. And so we have an opportunity to serve the least of these and to grow closer to Jesus ourselves in the process.
Yeah, I love that. So the story this week, also, if you have stories, share them with us. It is wildly encouraging for us to hear what's going on in your small group, and then we can share it, if appropriate, with the rest of the small group leaders. So the story this week, so I met a gal probably a few months ago and was able to pray with her. She's just going through a lot in her life. And then I got to see her come through and get plugged into a small group recently. And it just made me so happy knowing like, oh gosh, she's been going through so much. And now I know that she is with a group of people who are seeking the Lord, and leaders who are going to shepherd her and care for her and just meet her where she is. And we're so grateful for you leaders, because you are doing this. When somebody walks into your group, know that they are there for a purpose, on purpose, and they've been prayed for, they've been cared for, and we just know that they are going to walk into your group and be loved so well. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for meeting people as they walk into your group in messy situations sometimes, just meeting them where they are and loving them and pointing them to Jesus. We're so grateful for you guys. Hope you have a fantastic group, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.